Hello everyone and welcome back to The Hague. All the noise that you heard behind me during those headlines was the convoy of cars leaving that follow President Trump. He has just finished talking to the media here in The Hague. He was in a triumphant mood. He gave us a little wave as he went past because he has got what he wanted out of the summit, that leaders from members of the NATO military alliance have made this huge landmark agreement which will see countries commit to 5% of their national income on defence spending. And Donald Trump, he said this was a landmark agreement. He said it was a massive win, a big win for the US and also for the West. We saw world leaders today reaffirming what they called their ironclad commitment to collective defence as enshrined in Article 5 of the Washington Treaty, that an attack on one is an attack on all. We've been watching President Trump speak in the last hour, speaking to the media, and he said now was the time for other NATO members to take up the burden of European defence.
The United States accounts for 2/3 of all NATO defence spending. Since I began pushing for additional commitments in 2017, believe it or not, our allies have increased spending by $700 billion. I said to people, you don't have any money, and a lot of them weren't paying. And so I started the process, and I picked it up as soon as I got back, which is 6 months ago. And following my election last November, almost all have accelerated plans to reach the 2%, 3%, 4%, and then ultimately, very quickly, 5%. And all of this is going to be done very quickly, almost immediately. You probably know this as well as I do. I'm sure they've been talking about it. It's really been a big focus. In a very historic milestone this week, the NATO allies committed to dramatically increase their defense spending to that 5% of GDP, something that no one really thought possible. And they said, you did it, sir, you did it. Well, I don't know if I did it, but I think I did.
More to come on some of the other comments that President Trump made on Iran and Israel and the nuclear program in Iran and also on Ukraine. But let's bring you some of the closing remarks from the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte first. Now, he said this landmark 5% agreement was ambitious, yet essential, he said, and it would lead to a quantum leap in collective defence.
To ensure we can effectively deter aggression and defend ourselves and each other should anyone make the mistake of attacking. Allies recognize the severity of the threats we face. And in response, they have come together to agree an ambitious but essential new defense spending commitment. Our decisions today show from the Mediterranean to the Arctic, from the west coast of North America to our eastern flank. All allies are united in understanding that we need to step up to stay safe. And they are acting on it. President Trump has been clear. America is committed to NATO. He affirmed that again today in no uncertain terms. At the same time, he made clear that America expects European allies and Canada to contribute more. And that is exactly what we see them doing. European allies and Canada will do more of the heavy lifting, equalizing their spending and taking greater responsibility for our shared security.
Well, joining me now.
My dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen, we are not just here to just talk about Ambazonia. However, our updates are meant to guide our people on the right path. We inform, we sensitize, and we educate. We also have general events, politics, economic, social, sports, and whatsoever. And we try to contextualize, to bring it in our own reality. This is NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, stepping up their defense funding. To let you know that defense is a very vital part of every human being's life. They don't add money from 2% where they will contribute them, now 5% for their GDP, for contribute them, for protect member countries. Now, I dey ask the question, say, how much Ambazonia dey spend am for defense? The reason why they ask the question is because we get various domains, various aspects of this liberation struggle. My dear people, we have to be realistic. We have to face the truth in front of us. We get various aspects of this struggle, like diplomacy. We get humanitarian crisis, that is taking care of the welfare and well-being of our refugees, prisoners of conscience, IDPs. You can name the rest. We have diplomacy, we have humanitarian, and we have defense. Also, we do have the media, communication. Communication is a vital aspect of this liberation struggle. Yes, we must also invest in it, because information is power. There is no way people will know about something that is happening in Binshwa or Ako or in Bafanji or happening in Bisongabang, Eyumojo, or happening in Buti without communication. It is the engine of this liberation struggle. If some work happen for ground zero, we no can talk am for here, you no go know. So communication also is a vital aspect of this struggle. But I think say social media don't help we a lot. Even though we invest in communication, if you see and say we no go overput money for inside the way we go put them for defense. Una hear me fine, abeg. Ambazonians, una share the video as far as possible. Me go for all Ambazonian communities them all over the world. We get diplomacy, we get humanitarian, we get media, and we get defense. 4. If you be fit put them on a scale, how much you dey invest, which department you dey invest more in, now you go determine whether you dey actually fight for freedom or not. Because just wait to where the NATO countries and do am, I will tell una say defense be very important. Now, if I want put them on a scale according to importance from top to bottom, I go talk say the first place where Ambazonia again for investing money dey, the highest investment, the highest place we go for pump budget day. Let me say we need to make the occupier, me they understand say the cost of occupation be very high. We need to acquire modern tools them, make new different kind of money them, new strategy them. Yes, na defense number 1. Number 2, na humanitarian, for take care for our people them, for also show the world what suffer, how our people them they suffer. Na number 2 that. Number 3, na diplomacy, for go knock the door, knock that door, talk so. Na number 3 that. Number 4, na communication. The reason why I put communication last, even though it be very important as well, because now he talk about all the other 3. The reason why I put communication last, now because it no be difficult for Duam. Yeah, it no be difficult for Duam. It be free for create maybe any platform. You go there, you talk, but you need to know exactly what to say and how to say all these kind of things. And you get the point, but it's not too difficult. Wait till we know say we need to invest our money more. We don't even need all those TVs. Those TV. I stand for every day. I talk for I get TV. I don't get no TV. My message they go right for ground zero. We get way the way if you make any message go very far. So we have to communication will be our worry. It's not our worry. You understand? Even all we remember that time we do forward as receive for WhatsApp. All for one for all. Pop, it don't go. Pop, it don't go. That's it. We get where the office communicate, send one message for ground zero. We no definitely worry ourselves over. Plenty way in day. You know, communication not over worry. But which way worry we the most? Na defense. We must invest plenty for it. All that soldiers them for ground zero, we must take care for them. not be only granite, not be only stick. We go also look at some one or few times them their own personal problem, the way they face them. We feel strive to check their own personal challenges them. Time and the way they need to maintain that their stick them. You need to change them. Even if you go farm, you buy one hole. When one farming season don't pass, the next farming season they come. You know what use at a very hole sometime. Maybe your collapse be don't spoil or the handle be don't broke. You need to fix them. We have to be doing these things. Defense need our investment. We should put it in this order. The second one is humanitarian. We have to take care of our refugees. We have to take care of our prisoners of conscience. They are also part and parcel of our liberation struggle. They are holding it tight in the dungeons of La Republic. They have not given up. Whenever you say prisoner, they don't go surrender of La Republic. No, they stand firm. La Republic don't give someone a life imprisonment. Like, no, you don't talk about 19, but they are resolute. They are firm. You get the point? We have to also see into this. The third thing, diplomacy. We give a knocks on door them. Even though we know say they so mafia don't happen for some kind of place them. Things like this TPS, things that they happen where we need our people that need for be taken care of. We need to knock door them for see and say me X, Y, A, B, C. He try to intervene, help our people that need, you know, Norwegian Refugee Council investigation, all these things, my people. Media, when are the one with me are they talk now for now. It's not too difficult. But any man with the cat say this someone give money, me go pay bill they pay TV. That is man. I don't lie una. We don't need money for open TV. Take that money then, go invest more for ground zero. Yes, when have you open TV whatsoever, but no focus for TV. TV be important, communication be important, but no our prime focus that. Defense, humanitarian, take care for our refugee, IDP, prisoner of conscience. Yes, take care of their welfare and their well-being. Number 3, diplomacy. And number 4, media or communication. Ambazonians, wake up. I think say this issue for NATO, it will spur us up and we will know place where we need to invest the more. God bless you. God bless Ambazonia. Thank you.